Hey guys, my name is Rob Bodie Wolf. I'm a Canadian now living in Portland, Oregon, where I run Bad Wolf Music, a music education company. But I also front a little band with an electric Celtic harp called Finn Doxy. You can check us out online if you want. Today I'm going to talk about microphones, and the irony is that while I own a couple different types of microphones for recording, I don't really own a good microphone for recording video, so we're stuck with the microphone that's on my recording device. The two types of microphone I'm going to talk about today are dynamic microphones and condenser microphones. My dynamic microphone is more rugged. It's a great, if this one's been beat up a little bit, you can drop it on stage, you can swing it around. It's a very rugged microphone. The condenser microphone is more fragile. You have to be a little more careful with it. You can't really travel with it that well. It's safer in the studio, but if you're willing to take a little risk, you can take it on the road. My dynamic microphone requires no external power whatsoever. You plug it into the PA and it works. My condenser microphone requires 48-volt external phantom power from your mixer or from your PA. Without that power, this microphone will not function. And remember, you can't have both types of microphones in a PA at the same time. Either you have the phantom power on or you have the phantom power off, but you shouldn't have both types of microphones running at the same time. My dynamic microphone has a directional polar pattern. It tends to pick up from the front and very, very little from the sides, and it rejects sounds from directly behind it. This means that it isolates the vocalist in front of it, tends to reject sound from the monitors, and is good for avoiding feedback on a stage situation. This condenser microphone has a figure-8 polar pattern, and it will tend to pick up from the front and the back, which means, unfortunately, on stage, it will pick up from the monitors. It's also very sensitive. It'll pick up from the mains as well, and that will cause a feedback situation. So the things that make this a fantastic stage microphone are the fact that it's rugged, it's a directional microphone rejecting sound from behind because of that cardioid pickup pattern, or polar pattern, and it doesn't require external phantom power. This one is more sensitive. It picks up sound from both in front and behind because of that figure-8 polar pattern. It tends to feed back in a monitor or main situation if you're not careful. And it requires 48-volt phantom power. It's also a little more fragile and you have to be a little more careful with it. Now a little bit about the different frequency response charts for these. This one has a peak at about 5 kilohertz, which makes it an awesome vocal microphone. It tends to pick up or amplify the frequencies of the human voice just a little bit better than everything. It also tends to roll off the bottom end to avoid those sort of bassy feedback, flat, boxy sounds. On the other hand, this one has a flatter frequency response curve. It's great as a room mic or if you want to put an instrument in front of it. So this is a what you see is what you get microphone. It's very transparent. It's a better microphone for an all-around general use, whereas this is a fantastic microphone specifically for vocalists. So that's just a basic comparison between the two types, the dynamic microphones and the condenser microphones, explaining why one is a better stage microphone and one is a better studio microphone. There are other types of microphones like lavalier microphones and piezo microphones and so on, but we're not going to get into that here. So my focus here has really been on just differentiating between the two and explaining specifically why, due to the combination of the polar pattern, the power needs, and the ruggedness, this is a better stage microphone and this is a better studio microphone. Now that doesn't mean I can't do quality audio recording with this one or I can't do stage work with this one, but they're just better designed for one or the other. So each of them has a job that they're actually better at than the other one, but they can both cover for each other in a pinch. So that's my basic comparison between condenser microphones and dynamic microphones. A little bit of talk about frequency responses, better for vocal, more flat. Power requirements, phantom power, no phantom power. Fragility, rugged, less rugged. Use, studio, stage. Frequency response accentuates vocal frequency at 5 kilohertz, flat response. I hope it's been useful and educational. See you next time.